Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to be talking about my 2020 goals, resolutions, things I want to accomplish in 2020 as far as my reading, but also my personal life. And I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently. I am envisioning myself a year from now, and I am going to be trying to put in place habits, daily things that will get me closer to that yearly envisioned Paul, December 29th or January 1st or December 31st in 2020. So this is who I want to become within the next year, and hopefully I will be successful. So a year from now, I would like to be a more calmer and peaceful person overall. I'm not what you would call like a nervous or anxious person, but I do have my moments where I do get some anxiety, and I do sometimes get nervous or I get upset. And sometimes I have a hard time controlling my feelings. And so I really want to put in place in my life ways to be calmer and peaceful. And I'm envisioning myself, those stereotypical meditation pictures of the person like on a cliff meditating. That's kind of what I want to be. And I'll add to that picture more and more as I keep talking. So I'm on this cliff overlooking this beautiful scenery, meditating and just being at peace with myself and at peace in the moment. And so to accomplish that, meditation will become a much larger part of my life. I'm going to be trying to do it each and every day to really relax and to focus in the current moment, and to also take each day at a time. Along with this, I want to be able to carve out time in my life for silence, for moments of not having input all the time into my life. So in the past year, I've become very burned out with just input in general. Like my bandwidth in my brain just seems like it's not enough to hold all of the things that I'm trying to consume. Podcasts, audiobooks, regular books, YouTube videos, people's opinions. I just can't handle all of it. And so I need to carve out times during my day where I just go for a walk and I don't have my headphones, where I can be able to sit still for 10 minutes and not do anything and just kind of be silent and still. And I think through meditation and through carving out those periods of solitude that I will become a calmer, more peaceful person at the end of the year. I want to continue to do well in my MLIS schooling and my courses, and I hope to add a lot of value at my job at the library, continuing to push myself to do things that I might be uncomfortable doing, but I will want to try to do, and to try to branch out and just do things that maybe I'm scared of doing. I also hope to get closer with my friends. I would like to take the time in 2020 to actually form close bonds with people, have those friends in my life that are close enough where I can, call them without overthinking it, or they can call me. Just these friendships that you don't really have to worry about, and just become closer with people in general. I've found this last year that I actually love people quite a bit. I think they're fantastic. Years ago, I used to have that immature attitude of, oh, I hate people. But I do really like people, and I do want to get closer to people. Along with that, I want to be rejected more. I want to put myself out there more, not even so much in dating, but also in friendships. I've never been the person to say, hey, let's go hang out. I've always been the person that people would have to ask if they wanted to hang out. So I want to become more of the person that would ask other people, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And be okay with being rejected. And that's very difficult. I want to make more mistakes. I want to mess up more, because, I mean, that's the only way you can really learn and grow, is by messing up and saying the wrong things at the wrong time and doing the wrong things at the wrong time. So I need to experience rejection more often. I want to focus on my health. I'm focusing on my mental health with the meditation, spiritually, and all that. But on my physical health, I want to be able to get into the shape that I really want to. I want to be fit enough that it doesn't impact my life anymore. That I'm healthy enough that I don't fall asleep really easily while I'm reading, or that I can not have to sleep so much because I don't expend as much energy. I just want to be fitter in general. I want to be able to go on hikes, to go places, and not worry about my physical activity and having it hamper my experience. I also want to read more of the books that I know that I like. Read more books that I own, more books that I know I'll enjoy. And along with this, with the reading, I want to try to read a male-female ratio that is equal. This last year, I thought I read so many female authors, but I went back and looked at it, and my ratio was better than previous years, but it was still like 38 or 40 females to about over 50 to 60 men. So I want to try a system where I read a male and then read a female, male, female, and do that throughout the entire year and see really what it's like to read both genders equally and how it feels. So I also have some very loose rules to live by. These are just kind of ways that I can think about each individual day and what I can do during that day to meet the goals that I want to meet. Reading is a primary goal of mine. It is my main hobby. I would like to read 3 hours a day, but with school and work, that might not happen all the time. But I wanted to take precedence over watching YouTube or watching a television show, or just mindlessly looking at my phone. So what I'm trying to do here is to take a break from television, to only use YouTube for a couple hours on the weekend, and to try to build up this focus and this ability to read without being distracted. And I think that will allow me to benefit all areas of my life. Check my email, check my apps less, eat sparingly, try to eat when I'm actually hungry, and try to be hungry at each meal. And also be active on BookTube. I want those 2 hours of YouTube usage to be primarily BookTube videos. I want to film BookTube videos on the weekend. I want to journal. I want to write more. I want to meditate each day. I want to try to go no sugar again. I want to listen to less podcasts. I listened to a lot of podcasts last year. I want to be able to listen to more audiobooks, more music. Like I was saying, I have like information overload at times, and I need to listen to myself, listen to my mental clarity, my mental state, my mental health, my physical health, and react accordingly. Like physically, if I don't feel hungry, I shouldn't be eating. Mentally, if I feel like my brain is cloudy, I should like take a break of doing whatever I was doing, meditate more, go to the gym more often. I still did well in 2019, but not as well as I did in 2018, and trying to get some form of exercise each day, and I just want to be open to new possibilities, be more open emotionally, but don't put burden of emotional baggage on the people. Don't create this relationship with others that they have to always approve of me. That's really important to me this coming year, that my presence, the person who I am, that I make people less anxious and I make them calmer in general, that when I'm around, that they feel better about the situation they're in, and that they're calmer with me around. And really just focus on reading, focus on school, my mental and physical health, and have that imagined viewpoint of myself, that person that is meditating, the person that is reading books, the person that is content, and that person that is fit both mentally and physically, and try to achieve that goal within the year. Okay, that's basically what my goals are in 2020. If you have a goal, if you have some reading goals, some things that you want to do in 2020, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys in the next video.